Yusuf was an ordinary man living in a small town where days passed slowly and dreams felt heavy. And every morning he woke up with the same silent pain in his chest. The pain of trying again and again but never seeing results, because he had worked hard, failed in business, lost jobs, and watched people he once stood beside move ahead while he stayed behind. And slowly his confidence faded. His smile disappeared, and his heart began to whisper that maybe success was not written for him. That maybe Allah had chosen others and forgotten him. And this thought hurt him more than failure itself, because it made him feel alone, useless, and unseen. And one night, after another long day of disappointment, he walked under the dark sky with tired steps, until he reached an old mosque, where he sat on the cold stairs and finally allowed his tears to fall, speaking honestly to Allah for the first time in years, saying he was tired of being strong, tired of hoping, tired of failing. And at that moment an old man sat beside him, calm and peaceful, and asked softly why he believed he failed. And Yusuf answered with a broken voice that he was not good enough. But the old man smiled gently and said that Yusuf was not failing because he was weak, but because he was measuring life only by results and not by growth, explaining that a seed buried deep in the soil looks dead to the world but is actually preparing to rise. And then he asked a question that stayed in Yusuf's heart like fire. Do you think Allah wastes effort? And Yusuf had no answer, because deep inside he knew Allah never wastes even a single tear. And the old man continued, saying Allah does not test the successful but creates them through struggle, that delay is not rejection, silence is not abandonment, and hardship is not punishment. And before leaving he said, as long as you are breathing, Allah is still writing your story. And that night Yusuf returned home feeling the same pain but carrying new strength. And from the next morning he stopped chasing fast success and began focusing on small steps, learning patiently, working honestly, praying sincerely even when his heart felt empty. And although people still doubted him and failures still knocked at his door, he no longer saw them as signs to quit but as lessons to grow, reminding himself that mountains are not built in one day, and that even the strongest trees grow slowly in the dark. And years passed quietly without noise or praise until one day Yusuf found himself standing strong. Not because life became easy, but because he became stronger, teaching others hope, discipline, and patience. And when someone asked him the secret of his success, he smiled and said he did not win because he was special, but because he refused to quit when quitting felt easier. And that night he returned to the same mosque steps, not to cry but to sit in peace, thanking Allah for every delay, every tear, and every lesson. Because he finally understood that the hardest chapters of his life were not meant to break him, but to prepare him for the person he was meant to become.